Barbados, get up.
Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Morning to you.
Wonderful Wednesday morning to you indeed, and welcome to the start of a brand new day. It is Wednesday, or a wonderful Wednesday has finally dawned upon us, and so you have every good reason to get up to praise God, to say thank you for reaching Wednesday, but also to share love to your fellow man. That's what we're required to do. I'm Pearson Boyne, welcoming all of you also joining us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, or our website cbc.bb. Thank you for being here. Thank you for waking up to make an extra effort to be with us. I ask of you one thing every single day, which is share the show. Shares the show. When you do so, you build our community. You build a connection with people who have like mind, of like interests, who also want to be able to see Barbados advance and to hear interesting stories of positives coming from Barbados. So we thank you for doing that as well. While you talk among yourselves, talk to us as well. We absolutely love to see your comments in what we do. So I encourage you to continue doing so. Of course, if you know of something to be told, if you know of someone who has a story to be told, if you know of it, you tell us about it. We'll be happy to share it, and you can tell us about it by sending us an email. The email address is right there on your screen. It's morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And to all of you who do, we say thanks. For those of you who have not yet hit the send button, we encourage you to do so, because we're happy to follow up to ensure that we present to you every weekday morning the best of Barbados. So continue doing so. Wishing you a wonderful Wednesday today. Yesterday, Tuesday, however, was the birthday of Sandra Stewart. Sandra Stewart is one of our avid viewers of Morning Barbados. So yesterday on the 19th, she celebrated her birthday. And so to you, Sandra, this morning, we wish you happy belated. We hope you had a marvelous yesterday, and you're looking forward to the best that you can do today. But today is the day on which we celebrate the birthday of my nephew, Noah Greenwich. Noah Greenwich was just going 4 years old, but feels like 40. He feels as though he's been living here forever. And so to you, my little Noah, good morning to you, Noah. He wakes up to keep us company as well. And so to you, Noah, good morning. Happy birthday to you. I know you're smiling. I can see you smiling, Noah. I wish you a beautiful today. What a lovely, lovely young man he's growing up to be. So to Noah Greenwich, happy birthday to you today. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I know very soon you're getting ready to head off to school, and then you're looking forward to your graduation. Imagine that. At 4 years old, he'll be graduating to get into reception at primary school. But he's having the time of his life. He's such a darling. So to you, Noah, from all of us, we wish you a very, very happy birthday, especially from me, Uncle Pearson. Have a great day, young man. Also today, we want to share with you about what you know or don't know, and fill in those gaps about the Barbados Landship. Who is the Barbados Landship? What do they do? What understanding do you have of their purpose? They'll share with us, because there's a series of community workshops that they're moving around the island to do. And so we'll give you details about what those workshops will hold and when they will be, where will they be, and so you get excited yourself to come out and be a part. The music department of the Barbados Community College, as you know, has been showcasing all that the students have been doing. And so we're getting ready for the pop and jazz recitals. That's coming up this weekend. We'll meet a couple of those students who will be performing. We'll tell you what to expect and where it will be and how you can be a part of it in just a little while. Now, everyone is also invited this weekend to another exciting evening of performance and entertainment. In support of the BARP Charitable Trust. You ask, what is the Charitable Trust designed to do? We'll ask that question for you, so you get the answer. So we're looking forward to engaging with them as well in just a little while. The BARP Charitable Trust is inviting you to a concert this weekend, and in support of their continued efforts. We also look at the nurses, and we'll share with you one of the recipients, this time the recipient of the Ina Walters Award. You do know we just completed Nurses Week, and they had their big celebration and awards ceremony. One of the winners and the recipients of an award will join us as she received the Ina Walters Award, and we want to know what that means for her and in whose footsteps she's walking. And before the day is done as well, we'll be taking a look at the Childhood Obesity Prevention Program, and we'll be joined by Barbados and also a physical educator. All of that and a whole lot more straight ahead. It's 7 after 6. We'll take a break and get going in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damian Best as they review the action. The goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to the final whistle, this is your front row seat to Monday Night Football. Touchline, bringing you closer to the BFA Premier League. See you on the Touchline, live on TV8.
Touchline, sponsored by Dasani. Live first, Dasani after. And Powerade. Pause is power.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV-Cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good, your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
If you're ever in the precincts of the Barbados Community College, you listen very carefully. You will hear the sound of the students in the music program performing. And oftentimes you stop for a moment and you're thinking, is that a record? Is someone playing I'm aging myself, a CD? What are they doing? And so those are the students of the Barbados Community College Music Program, and they're excited to invite you this weekend to their recitals. And so I'm joined this morning by a couple of second-year students who are preparing to exit the college now after 2 wonderful years, and Dominic Garner, who is a bass guitarist, and with him is Christian Seeley, a drummer. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Are you looking forward to Saturday's event? Sunday, the 24th?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Sunday.
Are you looking forward to that event?
Yes, please, definitely.
What is happening on Sunday?
Right, so on Sunday is the pop and jazz recitals. It is a live performance which is graded. The students are usually graded according to dress, how they carry themselves on stage, how they talk in between the pieces, and also obviously the performance itself. So yes, that will be happening Sunday.
But you're instrumentalists, but the whole activity on the evening of jazz and pop is going to involve voice as well.
Yes, please.
So they're members of the music program that are vocalists?
Yes, please. There are a couple vocalists. They would also just sing the pieces, and then they talk in between as well when necessary.
Talk to me about how the program has been for you. You are a guitarist.
Bass guitarist.
And so you chose the bass guitar. Why?
Well, initially I would have started on the drums, but I would have found the bass guitar during my time at church, and my uncle would have taught me a couple things, so I picked it up and I really liked the instrument, so I would have fell in love from there, definitely.
You keep everyone in track.
Yes.
With your timing and everything else. So why did you move away from the drum? What was it about the drum or about the bass guitar that was so much more riveting for you to want to take up the bass guitar?
I think the low end and the feeling of how
the power.
the power of how bass is in certain songs really makes you want to dance, even more so than the drum sometimes to me. So yeah, that was my main reasoning for picking the bass.
Christian differs with you on that point of view, right, Christian?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why do you differ, and in what ways do you differ?
Because I believe that, like the rest of the instruments, the drums form the basis, the foundation for everybody else to sit on. So in terms of like the groove or keeping timing, I think the drums were very crucial for that.
What led you into the drumming program in the music department?
I first began I was interested in drums from the age of 3 in church too, like Dominic. But it really only went forward as I got older because I had lessons from a couple tutors and stuff like that. And by the time I was in 5th form, I decided that music is what I wanted to do.
And so you went in and enrolled into the music program at the college. It's
Yes.
2 years now. So 2 years later, how much difference have you noticed?
Well, my technique in playing has gotten extremely better. I also have now experience with playing in groups with my classmates, and I know now what it feels like to be on a stage. I understand having stage presence and how to really interact with the audience too and still play and perform to the best of my ability.
Are you performing as a solo as well on this weekend, or are you also just supporting in the band?
I am also supporting in the band for my other classmates, but I'll be playing keyboard keys.
As a solo performance?
No, I'll be
Or
supporting
in the band
them.
you're doing keyboards?
Yeah, but for me, yes, solo on drums.
Solo on the drums, you will perform, and then you'll also be doing keyboards with the band?
Yes, please.
All right, quite varied you are indeed. What about you, Dominic? Solo
Well,
performances?
yes, I'm doing a solo performance on bass, and I will be backing some of my classmates on bass as well.
Who's your favorite bass guitarist?
My favorite.
Is there one or any?
I have a couple. I would say Nicholas Branker is one. I like his Caribbean style and stuff. I would also say Marcus Miller. He would have had some parents that had Bajan roots as well. And then if I were to pick one more, Jaco Pastorius, he's a bassist from the US. He would have had a lot of influence on me playing, my style as well.
So when you are being assessed, what are you now then being assessed in?
What we're being assessed in for the recital, right? Right, so as I was saying before, how you dress.
I'm talking as a guitarist now, because you know,
as
the
a
guitarist is a guitarist, isn't it?
Yeah, the basis, you would just be assessed on how you fit into the actual song, as well as how you can show your talent and your style, and also, like, I guess in some instances the way you solo, like, because we have solo sometimes in the song, so I guess the way in which you solo and the style that you solo in, you will get assessed on that as well.
And in that soloing, you're allowed to use your own creativity to take off and ad-lib the way that you want to do it, right? But stay in key and stay in time, all of that.
Yes, please.
Wow, what about you, Christian?
The most important thing, I think, is staying in the groove and staying in time for a drummer. I believe, too, that we're going to be marked on our solos as well. And I won't say that it depends on the creativity. It just depends on making sure everything is put together and that the band knows where we're going.
And you know and you've been spending time in rehearsal to know where you're going, to agree where you're going.
Yep.
What's one song that you absolutely love to drum to?
One song that I love to drum to. Putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
There's some Michael Jackson hits. Sure.
Such as?
Cool. We got Beat It. We got Rock My World. Remember the Time. Just I like those grooves from those years.
The 80s grooves, 80s, 90s grooves you like, and you love to drum to those kinds of songs. As a bass guitarist, what do you like to play your guitar to?
I think a lot of what I play is a lot of gospel. So like hits like Every Praise Is to Our God. I love that bass line. There's so many other gospel hits. Kirk Franklin songs, Hezekiah Walker, as I said, those
That's
are
you.
some.
That's
yeah,
you.
that's me. gospel.
So in class in the music program, there's time spent in theory. There's also time spent in practice as well. So you have to apply what you've learned.
Yes,
Do you regret spending those 2 years so far? Look at your face. You have the answer already. Tell me. Talk to me.
Definitely. For me, as Christian would have also said, my technique would have definitely improved. The way I finger the notes on the bass, definitely. I would also say reading, because part of the program is reading a lab, and you would have to read certain pieces, and that really helps you become a well-rounded musician, I would say, definitely.
So you've improved in the way you finger the strings and then how to read the music.
Yes, please.
In coming into the program, did you already know how to read music, or you were just playing by ear generally?
Well, yes, by ear, but I would have had prior experience in my orchestra at Harrison College. However, I wasn't necessarily best or the best versed in that area or that department. So,
but now 2 years later, boy,
yes.
They can't touch you, right?
Well, still have improvement, of course, but I've gotten way better, I can definitely say.
Way better indeed. And so Sunday coming is when you guys will be on stage in pop and jazz. And there's a reason why the program is Christian is framed in that way, pop and jazz. What's rationale? Did you guys determine that was what you wanted to showcase, or was that determined for you?
Okay, so it was determined for us. There are actually two sections. There's the pop and jazz, and then there's the classical.
Okay.
Right. And it is your choice. It's your choice as an instrumentalist to choose between either classical or the pop and jazz. But you would typically see classical being like string players, like violinists and vocalists, and then some piano, and we have an organist in our year as well.
You have choice, in other words. We'll take a break here. When we come back, we want to know what they've chosen to participate in and how many people are part of the program and what we can expect when we attend this recital showcasing the students of the Barbados Community College Music Program right after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done any
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 20 after 6 o'clock. We're talking to a couple of students of the music program at the Barbados Community College. They're about to graduate. And so they're excited to have you come here and see how far they've come in their recital coming up on Sunday. And with me is Dominic Garner, who is a bass guitarist, and Christian Seeley, a drummer. And so, Dominic, this is on Sunday, you say.
Yes.
How many students are a part of this recital, pop and jazz and classical?
Pop and jazz and classical, I think it would be about 15.
15 students in total?
Yeah, 15 on
students
Sunday.
on Sunday, yeah.
Which includes the vocalists and the instrumentalists.
Yes, vocalists, drummers, saxophonists, and steel panists.
So it's going to be a music program that we're enjoying. It's going to be a showcase of the best of who you are, and at points, I guess you'll end with a crescendo with all of you coming together to jam, right? I'm telling tales out of school.
Well, not this time around because it's individual.
It's going to be individual?
Yes, please.
And there's no time other that you will all come together to play and to do?
Well, I'm not sure. I don't think so, because it's mostly based on the fact that it's an exam.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one after the other, and it's graded by a panel of about three persons. So the audience gets a show, but we have to keep in mind that it is an exam.
Yeah, it is an exam, but it's still a show as well. So who goes first? who's picked number one? Was it a case of pick from the hat? Are you, I'm being graded first? Was that how it was done?
Well, Mr. Gittins usually has a schedule of who goes first.
Appearing when?
We haven't gotten it yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Nerves now, right?
Yeah, slightly.
Slight nerves indeed. So this is a showcase of pop, jazz, and classical. So there are a number of vocalists. Do you have male vocalists as well, or are there just female vocalists?
Right now we only have female vocalists.
Just female vocalists.
Yes.
And generally you have some female and male instrumentalists as well.
Please.
Yep.
So we have people who are playing the bass guitar like yourself. Are you the only one doing the bass guitar?
Yes, in the second year. Yes, please.
In second year.
Yeah.
And are you the only one doing the drums?
No.
Okay.
I have 3 other classmates who are drummers as well.
And how do you determine who is given the A+ grade or distinction over the other one? How do you assess that?
Well, each instrument has a criteria, stuff you have to learn. For instance, for drums, we look at rudiments, which is like the basis for like patterns and stuff on drums or rhythms. And then we also look at grooves and diversity, like we have soca, then there's the Latin grooves and stuff like that. Then we're also graded on reading lab too. So drummers actually read sheet music as well, and yeah, that's included in our grade as well.
Okay, interesting. But there's a saxophone, or how many saxophonists? I noticed it's showcasing the bass guitar, the drums, the saxophone, steel pan, and voice. That's the intention for the production. And so how many saxophonists do you know?
There is one saxophonist.
Just one saxophonist?
Yes, please.
And steel pan?
That would be 4.
Four students on the steel pan, and then the few voices as well. This is really going to be a lovely evening. Where is it?
At Daphne Hackett Hall.
Daphne Joseph Hackett Theatre.
Yes,
that's where we're going to be in Queen's Park. It is this Sunday, beginning at
5 p.m.
At 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And look at the bottom of your screen, folks. The admission is free. Absolutely free. These students are putting on really the best of who they are, all that they have studied and learned, and they're excited to showcase it for you. But we want you to come. We want you to really come and give them your fullest support. Whether you're a relative or not, you're just a lover of music, you're just a great supporter of student activity. We want you to show up at the Daphne Joseph Hackett Theatre this coming Sunday at 5 in the afternoon. Get there early. It's totally free. You occupy the space that you wish to do so, and then sit back and enjoy the brilliance on drum, the bass guitar, on saxophone, steel pan, and voice. They're being graded, and you're sitting in the examination room with them. But give them your support. Don't make them scared. Give them your full support. What do you want to do with your future when you now complete your associate degree?
Well, I'm looking to do my bachelor's also in music. But for the future, I would like to become an arranger, compose some music as well, and just better my skills on the bass. There's so much more that I can do, so that's what I'm looking to do. Definitely.
That's Dominic Garnett. Look out for him very, very soon in a production studio near to you as he arranges your music. But he just wants to give of his absolute best. Christian, what about you? What are your plans?
I really have heart for education, so I'd like to be a music professor, right? So like Dominic, I am also looking to pursue my bachelor's in music. In music?
Wow, to head into the schools. In what way do you want to teach?
Tertiary education, but it wouldn't hurt to start in like secondary school as well, because they have to get the experience.
The experience, and then you move on. So very soon, my little ones will be taught by you, no doubt.
Sure, no problem.
Well done. I'm looking forward to Sunday, and I wish you the best in your examinations.
Thank you.
But I really hope that the whole evening is one that is inspiring, enlightening, entertaining, and just fantastic for all of us who sit in the theatre to witness your performances. Well done.
Thank
well
you.
done,
Thank you
gentlemen.
very much.
You're welcome. Dominic Garner and Christian Seeley, second year students of the Barbados Community College Music Program. They're inviting all of us, all of you, to appear at the Daphne Joseph Hackett Theatre this coming Sunday for 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when the students will showcase their best, everything they've learned over the last couple of years and more. They're excited to show off for you while they're also being assessed by their tutors and other panels of judges. So we want you to be there to witness the pop and jazz recitals and classical as well, put on by the students of the Barbados Community College Music Program this coming weekend at 5. Morning Barbados break here. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special?
We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affairs segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We see them, we love them, we watch them, we engage with them, we just enjoy them. We're talking about the Landship. What do you know about the Landship, or what do you not know about the Landship? What do those movements mean? What's the basis and the genesis of the Landship? We want to take a look at that now, because the National Cultural Foundation is coming to a community very near to you to bring again and to rebirth in you the passion for the Landship. It is not just a gimmick. There's a meaning and there's a relevance as well. And so joining me this morning as we take a look at this is Andrea Wells, who is the Chief Cultural Officer with the National Cultural Foundation, and Sharon Callender, who is the coordinator of this community initiative. Ladies, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Andrea, I'll start with you, because this is an initiative of the NCF. I know whether it's last year or a couple of years ago, you had decided National Cultural Foundation will take Landship back into the communities. Is this a continuation of that effort?
Yes, it is. Let me say first, it's an initiation of the NCF in full collaboration with the Barbados Landship Association. We couldn't do it with them. They're the holders and the caretakers of this long history, over 162 years functioning as an organized cultural organization in Barbados. The NCF has partnered with them, I would say, the last 5 years most intensively, to help a resurgence of this movement, which embodies so many traditional and positive Barbadian values. And we really think it is the activity that will help knit communities back together, help our young people understand leadership, growth, development, and being there for each other.
And that's important to know. Those are values that are indelible, really. They ought to be a part of our all lived experience indeed. But the history of the Landship is one that is so rich, because with the Landship came what we call the Susu. You know, we talk about now of having that, what do you call it again? Meeting turn. Landship. So Landship became the first cooperative, so to speak, the first credit union. All of that kind of thing is the part of the history. Are there going to be opportunities as you move around this island with this program for people to understand that history and to be able to see it live out yet again?
Absolutely. Last year, we would have launched the community initiative in 5 zones around the island. This year, we are going into 6 zones. We are hoping to spread our reach and make our impact. We're happy to welcome on board as one of our community coordinators, Ms. Sharon Callender. She recently completed the NCF UWI teacher training course for Landship teachers, which would have grounded her. She has lots of years in movement practice as a dance teacher and so on, but wanted our teachers to be grounded in the history and breadth of what Landship is. As you would have noted, most people recognize them because of the movements, which are so entertaining in public spaces. But the Landship is so much more than that. It has the history of a friendly society, a welfare society. Indeed, long before independence, when things such as national insurance, became a part of a governmental centralized initiative. It was groups like the Landship that really looked after their members and looked out for the poorest in the society, while giving them a sense of pride and identity and committing them to being proud Barbadians, irrespective of their humble circumstances.
Well said. So Sharon, you're tasked as now the teacher of teachers as well, to be able to take all of this education to the community. Who are you targeting with this?
This program that I'm coordinating is going to be actually launched at the Vauxhall Primary School, which is now called the Shirley Chisholm Primary School. And it is Vauxhall was the area chosen because it has access to several different areas in terms of public transportation for those that don't have their own transportation. And Shirley Chisholm also has their own in-school program. So we felt it was important to have a shift or movement in the South area. And so that was the school that was chosen. And I am, as you said, the coordinator for that event and that activity. But I'm not going to be the only teacher, because the training includes not just landship and movement in terms of the choreography and dance, but we'll have exposure to drumming, we'll have exposure to making of the cultural crafts and so on that are affiliated and associated with the landship. And the whole program of education in terms of the history and what its purpose is, and all of that will be included.
It's empowering. Being a member of the Landship empowers you in so many different ways. You get to learn skills, you get to experience passions of other people, and you're able to educate other people as well as you perform. And so the language of Landship, sometimes we watch it, we see the plaiting of the maypole, we see them make certain movements, and so we don't quite understand. But then at these community workshops, you get a greater understanding of it. Are you pitching to just the adult? Because we're just seeing on our screen the adult, but we also seen over time some children also coming into the Landship.
Actually,
go ahead,
Sharon.
I was going to say, with the school program, you do have children that are involved. And then with the community outreach, what sometimes happens is parents who bring their children, they get involved. So it's not just there's no age limit to say. You start from as young as you are able to dance, and as old as you're able to dance, as young as you're able to understand the techniques and the background and the history, to as old as you can. And we just incorporate anyone who is interested and willing and available.
Look at that. That is so cute. Just watch it. Andrea, you wanted to say
That is really
something.
nice.
Yes. This actually, the community program gives an opportunity to families to join collectively. If you want 4 hours of great fun, where you're learning, where you're building, where there's an opportunity for people to shine, because there's some people who come in and they're not terribly happy with dance. They don't want to dance, but there's so much to do in Landship. The adults in the movement, we find, end up taking on responsibilities such as transport coordinator, helping take attendance, helping kids to get their uniforms on just right, helping develop their fundraising projects. We require each zone to develop a fundraising project, because financial literacy is such a big part of the Landship movement. It's probably one of the lesser known qualities of this old institution, but teaching people how to save money, how to pool their money, how to use their money to lift themselves up, but also to lift their communities up. So the Landship has it all. We think it is an answer to some of the deviant behaviors that we've been seeing on too often on our TV and hearing on our radios. It trains up a new generation of leaders, an understanding of leadership, recognition, and reward. From as young as you are in the movement, there are opportunities for persons to, climb the ladder from starting out as a deck girl or a dinky miss, blue jacket, which is the entry level for juniors, up until senior positions, officer positions within the wider movement, within your ship, but also within the wider movement. It really does look at leadership development at the community level, and it also helps to build ties within families and within the wider community.
And that's so empowering to know that along the way we can ascend to different heights and different responsibilities and different levels. That empowers spirit, and I like it indeed. And so we're taking the spirit back into the community to say, you can achieve, you too can achieve with whatever little you have. This is not just for the academic, this is not an academic process alone, but this is for everyone who just wants to be a part. And so this organization, the Barbados Landship, over the 100 years and more that they've been in existence, provides you that space in which you can achieve, because you have exactly what it takes to be able to achieve, and believe in that. But we as people of color, we know when a drum beats, we begin to move. Really, the messaging.
Do not lie.
Yes, we come alive. It just moves us. And then when we see the hip movements and all the rest of it, and there's a language. That's what I keep saying all the time. There's a language to landship. And it's to know that language so that when we see it perform, we understand better what that language that is being communicated means and how it connects to our history and to our souls. And so that is all part of these community workshops that are going to be happening all across this island. Not necessarily in every parish, but...
I can tell you, yes, the different venues that we're offering this year. We have classes happening mostly on Saturdays at these various venues. In the north at Frederick Smith Secondary School, St. James, Saturdays from 2 to 6 p.m. In the central zone, which will be at a location in Bridgetown, starting at Queen's Park, we will likely end up at Public Workers Credit Union, their auditorium. They've been a great supporter of this initiative over the last couple of years. Those classes happen mostly on Saturdays from 10 to 2. They might be shifts on the calendar based on upcoming public holidays, etc. West Central Zone, that happens at the Landship Dock, the main dock, the headquarters in Licorice Village, St. Michael. West Central Zone 2, which will take place on Saturdays at the Delisle Bradshaw Center in the Pine, St. Michael. The South Central Zone, one of our new zones for this year's program under Ms. Calendar's leadership at the Shirley Chisholm Primary on Saturdays from 1 to 5 p.m. at the school. And in the East Zone, we're Princess Margaret Secondary or a nearby venue, because there is some construction at the Princess Margaret Secondary School, but catering to persons, families in the east of Barbados. Those classes take place on Saturdays from 2 until 5. So wherever you are in Barbados, you know, a class is within a bus ride. And Pearson, let me tell you, the classes are generating interest not only among Barbadians and families. We've had a number of registrations of a grandmother signing herself up with a grandchild. But I had a query this week from a visitor who will be in the island for 2 weeks, saw advertisement and wants to join because they want to experience our grassroots culture. We've seen this repeatedly. We've been having some classes over Easter at the Landship Dock, teaching an extended workshop on our heritage craft, the Sailor's Valentine, another Barbadian innovation. And we've had members of different universities dropping in. They want to visit the dock. They want to learn about landship. They want to learn about these indigenous crafts and practices. So there's a real interest of persons who are looking for an experience beyond our sea, our sun and sand.
You're
and Landship
so right.
provides it.
You've said that so well indeed. But you used the word there that I want to zone in on, which is registration. Let's talk a little bit about how people can register for these community sessions on Saturdays.
Registration is free and it's open all now. They can send me an email at andrea-wells@ncfbarbados.org, or you can go on the NCF website, ncf.bb, and search for the registration link. There's an online form that you can fill out. Is at all venues. The newer venues, because they're new and less well known, registration is a little sluggish, but we urge people to go online and sign up for West Central Zone 2, which takes place at the Delisle Bradshaw Center in the Pine, St. Michael, and at the South Central Zone, which takes place at the Shirley Chisholm Primary School in Vauxhall in Christchurch. All other venues have spaces. It's a wonderful 4 hours of engagement that will build family, that will build community, and build our knowledge about this very ancient but very important cultural tradition.
I would love over time, Sharon, to see a landship festival. A landship where the group of landships from each of those areas come together in one big space, and all of us come to just celebrate landships. And then one, Andrew, this is a challenge for you, the NCF now, where one piece is done by all of the landships. That I think will be such a spectacular sight and a moment indeed. What do you think?
I can imagine that it would be but it looks as if you looked into our calendar events, because we actually have that in the works.
Really?
Where the different ships will have a display of what they've learned over the time that we've established the ships, but also we'll come together to form one group where we can actually perform together. As a matter of fact, when I did the first ICH program with the NCF, teaching landship, that was one of the things we did. We came together one May day, and all of the different groups came together to did a performance. And you would have thought that we were all together, all in the same space at the same time rehearsing, although we were at different locations. But once we came together, because it's unified, it's movement together, it's the whole process is learning together, that even if you learn in the south and you learn in the east, when we come together as one body, we can coordinate and work together because it's all a collective. It's all a story that's being told.
Yeah. The dictionary remains the same because that's what you teach.
Yeah.
That there's a common language that and so everyone understands that those instructions as given, and you follow those instructions. It's a spectacle to behold. Andrea, you wanted to say?
Yes, we've actually started this. Part of the conditions for our community leaders once we start helping with the formation of these shits is that they must do a showcase at the end of the training. And in some schools, based on the schedule when we're running the program in schools, we would have taken a team of judges made up of some of our most eminent senior members of the Landship movement to assess them in their schools. Last year, once at the end of the community program, we actually had the community competition at Solidarity House, where each had brought to the maneuvers, exhibiting the cross that they learned, the flags that they developed, the whole ship's identity. And then the evening ended with all of them coming together in a wonderful mass presentation under the leadership of one of our senior members. On screen there, these are some of the members from the Platinum North Stars. That's the group that's established out of the North under the leadership of Captain Geraldine Lynch. We also encourage all persons, once you've gone through this training, you understand the importance, the history, and the significance of Landship. It involves visiting the dock, meeting members, senior members, actually taking some classes with senior members who will put them through their paces to make sure they're learning the maneuvers right. All members are encouraged to join the Landship Association because together we are stronger. And for those who have joined, there's no looking back. Geraldine would have joined after she completed the teacher training program and was active at the community, teaching what she has learned. She subsequently went on to be part of a delegation that represented the Barbados Landship movement in India when the Landship was recognized by UNESCO as a very important world cultural heritage tradition that could be at risk of loss. So this activity that we're doing with the Landship Association is part of the plan to safeguard this movement in the communities. The Landship Association is leading on the training in the schools. Most of the schools program fall under their direct leadership. We cooperate with them and collaborate with them in the forming of ships at the community level. So we're trying to ensure the movement lasts for 162 years and beyond.
And beyond, indeed. This is such a wonderful community initiative. Folks, it launches this weekend. And we want to, in all of those areas you just saw on your screen from the poster, to show up. Register today. Register today, whether you're registered for the North, the Central, West Central 2, South Central, or the East. Register. Registration is totally free. And if you're curious about what's happening, just show up and peep in. It will pull you in, and then you will see that you definitely have to be a member of the Barbados Landship. There are experienced tutors in the choreography of Landship, and so they're excited to have you come and learn and be a part of it. Learn to drum, get greater understanding of what the basis of the Landship represents. It is not just people just having fun on stage alone, but there's a discipline to it, and that discipline makes a tremendous difference to our communities. And that's why we want you from age 6 all the way till you are no longer able to be a part of the Barbados Landship. And eventually you are going to see the change in you and the change in community that we all wish to have indeed. The devil finds work for idle hands. And so here's an opportunity for you to say, devil, I resist you. I am joining the Barbados Landship, and I'm doing so from this Saturday alone. But registration is on and open as we speak, folks. Don't miss this chance. Don't miss it. So is there anything else you wanted to add, Sandra or Andrea?
I just wanted to
I'm
say
looking
that
forward to you. Go ahead, Sharon.
in addition to the online registration form, there are some physical forms that would be available at the Shirley Chisholm Primary School. Once the school is open during school hours, you can pass and ask a question of the security team, and they'll be able to afford you an opportunity to fill out one of the physical registration forms.
Good. Andrea?
You can also collect forms from the NCF. They're also available digitally. Just send me an email with a query and I will email them out to you. Come out and support. We hope to start this Saturday, but we need to have a minimum of 15 persons registered to start. So once persons are registered, we email them or call to let them know when classes are actually starting. And there's a whole lot to look forward to. Performances at crop over, performances in your community, showcasing and battling at the end of the year of training with each ship, with other ships and other zones for prizes. We have an annual schools and community landship competition that is the output of these investments that sees them coming together to show off, to show who does the best maypole, whose uniforms are most on point, who does the best tuck drumming. So it's a wonderful, wonderful experience. It builds character and it builds creative skill.
Absolutely. I couldn't say it better. I really couldn't. But thank you, ladies, for joining us this morning. Indeed, Andrea Wells, Chief Cultural Officer with the National Cultural Foundation, and Sharon Canada, who is the coordinator, the trainer of trainers for this effort, again, as we bring back to the Barbados community and our lived experience the value of the Barbados Landship. And we will fall in love all over again. We want it to continue till thy kingdom come. So we wish you well with the ongoing community programs. We want as many of you viewing to sign up. And if you haven't yet thought of it, tell someone else about it as well. Let's come as a community together as we resurge with the landship back in our communities. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Kirsten.
You're very welcome. You're welcome. Boy, aren't we excited to get cracking? Get cracking with your registration. There are physical forms that you can get from the Shirley Chisholm School. At the moment, that's where it's launching this weekend. If you haven't gone online to do so, go to the school, ask security. Security happily give you the registration form. It's totally free and it's available to all of us all over the island. We encourage everyone to consider this and get involved. Morning Barbados is right back right after this.
Let me climb aboard this ship, Barbados Landship. All aboard! Moving, grooving, skip and dip, Barbados Landship. All aboard!
I joined the Barbados Landship, Misha.
Seriously? I thought that was only for old people.
Not at all. You could join from the age of 7. It is the organization that is old. Over 150 years, in fact. Don't laugh. Back then, the landship was the only way so many poor people could save up their money.
Well, I know that even after emancipation, poor people were still denied certain rights and privileges.
But they still kept some African customs, and saving as a community was one. They called it a meeting turn or a susu. If somebody was sick or lost their job, or if they had a funeral to pay for, they could take out what they needed.
But what does that have to do with dancing?
With their Navy and nurse uniforms, members found it a source of pride. They practiced together all sorts of special moves. And they had discipline in the moves, as well as in the saving.
Save together to prosper together. That's real resilience. Right, Kimar, show me a move.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
This is where Barbadian football lives.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 8 minutes now to go to 7 o'clock. Time for you and me to have a little bit of interaction. Time for us to have some fun. As again, I challenge you to unscramble some letters. Unscrambling the letters form a word if you correctly do so, or if you incorrectly, because you might create a word I didn't think of. So 85563, if the little ones are still at home, let them call to 228-5562 or 228-5563 to unscramble these letters. This letter, this word, is connected to the festival which we're marking right now. We are in a season. So everything you see is related to crop over. Now, I have no idea what word or words we can form from these letters you see on the screen. I really don't know. I need you to help me unscramble them to make sense of these words. So what do you see? What words can we make with using these letters you see that are all jumbled up on your screen? If you can figure it out very quickly, give me a call. 228-5562 or 228-5563, and I will commend you. Believe me, I will, because I'm looking at that and I'm still trying to work out in my head what word or words I can form using these letters that are related to the crop over season. What is this? 228-5562 or 228-5563. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm only seeing a couple options in vowels. O, E, A, and I. Those are my vowels, but a lot of consonants. What do I do with this? 228-5562 or 228-5563. What can you do with those letters when you unscramble them? What word or words can you find? Oof. Peter, you got you too, right? Head tie up. You work it out. Okay. 228-5562 or 63. Good morning. Peter says he's got it. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, man.
Good. Who's calling?
It's Mr. Gibson.
Say it again. Speak up.
This is Mr. Gibson.
Mr. Gibson. All right, Mr. Gibson. What parish are you watching from?
The Bayland.
The Bayland in St. Michael. You're watching from St. Michael. All right, sir. Tell me what you see with these letters that look like this. What word or words can you make? This looks like a hobbler pot, or it looks like a cobbler pot.
It looks like a cobbler pot.
It looks like a cobbler pot, and you believe that's the word that is right there, cobbler pot. What letter does the word cobbler pot start with?
I believe it's with G.
G? No, man, you got it wrong. But thanks for trying. Thanks for watching as well. Nah. That's not right. But thank you so much for trying, Mr. Gibson. Well done indeed. 228-5562 or 228-5563. I'm telling you, at a glance, your head is going to be in a knot. But if you take some time and you figure it out, as I think I have now, you can figure it out. 228-5562 or order. What word or words reveal themselves? And those word or word will be connected to the crop over festival. I hope that's enough of a clue for you to call me now on 228-5562 or 228-5563 to see if you can be correct in unscrambling these letters. I know, it looks like pure confusion. As Mr. Gibbs says, it looks like a cobbler pot. But it's not a cobbler pot. It's actually something related to crop over. And figure it out. What does crop over mean to you? What are some of the activities in crop over? What are some of the events of crop over? Let's see if that guides you in your thinking as to where to start to spell these words. 228-5562. 228-5563. If you're calling from overseas, it's 1246, and then those numbers you'll see at the bottom of your screen. Good morning. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, how do you do?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you for asking. You sound so powerful and so sure and so confident, and I'm prepared to tell you you're so wrong. But what's your first name?
Petra.
Hi, Petra.
Yes.
What parish are you watching from?
Christchurch.
Petra of Christchurch. Okay, Petra of Christchurch, take it away. What word or words do you see?
4-day morning.
F-O-R-E-D-A-Y. Is she right? Peter, did you see that?
I am.
You're so confident, Petra?
Yes.
Did you take the letters, write them down, and then you start to reorder them, or you just got it like, oomph?
I saw it, but then I tried to work it out.
So why did you start with G?
Pardon?
Why didn't you start with the letter G? Why did you start with the letter F? Or why didn't you start with the letter Y?
It just came together.
It just came together. And you didn't seek a hobble. You don't seek a hobble pot.
No, not at all.
I'm teasing you, Petra. Is Petra right? Let's see. Let's wait together to find out from the big hand man in the back who is going to tell me whether or not you're right. Yes, 4-day morning. You're absolutely right, Petra. Well done of Christchurch. Well done. Keep it up, okay?
Thank you very much. Have
You're
a great
welcome.
day.
You do too. Petra is absolutely right. Absolutely right. 4-day morning. I know it looked like a lot of nonsense. For me, it did too. So look at this one now. What can you do with this one? Let's see. 228-5562 or 228-5563. Petra, call back if you could get this right. Mr. Gibson, try again too. What word can you see with this here? What is this? What is this? What is this? Peter, what is this? Give me a hint, somebody. A word or 2 words? You can decide. You can decide if you're going to make 2 words or just 1 word. I can tell you, the 1 word stumps me. The 1 word effort stumps me. 228-5562 or 228-5563. For me, I think this is 2 words. I believe this is 2 words. I really do. I'm not sure. Are you? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Call me. Good morning. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm fine, and you?
I do well. Thank you for asking. What parish are you watching from?
St. Thomas.
St. Thomas, right in the heart of this island. What's your first name?
Ingrid.
Say it again.
Ingrid.
Avid. Oh, Ingrid. Okay, gotcha.
I-N-G-R-I-D.
All right, you got that spelling right. I hope you get this one right. What's the word you see?
Yes, I will.
What word?
Sugarcane.
1 word or 2 words?
I don't even know, but I know it's sugarcane.
Ingrid, do you do crop over at all, or are you just one of those silent observers from the wayside?
Observers.
You're just an observer. So do you do kaduma? When last have you sucked some sugarcane?
About a year ago.
What happened? Why haven't you tried any this year?
Not yet.
Or when you wait until the crop is finished? Or piece
no,
drop off?
Usually a guy gives me some, but I haven't seen him as yet.
Do you remember the days of the cane trucks going down to the factory and pieces dropping off?
Yes, and I used to hop them too.
You're my kind of girl, Ingrid. You're my kind of girl. Hard ears, but I like it. I like it indeed.
Very.
I know, I can hear it in your voice. I can hear it, Ingrid, hard ears one. So let's see if you're right, Ingrid. Let's find out whether you're... Oh, Ingrid, you're absolutely right. Well done to you, okay?
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. And enjoy the crop over season. Have a great morning indeed.
I will, and you also.
Thank you so much indeed. Thank you. That's Ingrid calling from St. Thomas. She got it right. Sugar cane. It's 7 o'clock. We'll take a break. We're coming back with the news and more in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damien Best as they review the action. The goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to the final whistle, this is your BFA Premier League. See you on the touchline, live on TV8.
Touchline, sponsored by Dasani. Live first, Dasani after. And Powerade. Pause is power.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-543.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's look at the news now. Prime Minister Mia Amar Motley says government remains committed to shielding Barbadians from the impact of the ongoing war in the Middle East. Speaking at this year's Barbados Manufacturers Association's State of the Industry Conference, the Prime Minister stressed that measures introduced in the budget are helping to ease the impact of rising energy costs. Those measures include a cap on VAT at $80, a limit on excise tax, along with a number of other measures. The Prime Minister stresses that if those measures were not implemented, the current price of diesel and gasoline would be higher.
In the United States, the price of gasoline has gone up by at least 40 US cents per liter. 40 US cents per liter. Make the numbers make sense. In the United Kingdom, the price has gone up, gasoline by about 34 US cents per liter, and by about, for diesel, 60 US cents per liter. In Barbados, even with the increase now, it has gone up by 28 Barbados cents, or to remain in context, 14.14 as opposed to 40.
The Prime Minister warns that if the war continues for a long time, increases will have to be passed on to consumers.
But the government has taken a deliberate decision to be able to shield as much as we can in the event of this being short term, short to medium term. If it goes longer, then obviously the prices will have to go up for everybody. But what matters is the pace and the intensity. You can withstand heavy rain, so can I. What we cannot withstand is a deluge. And a deluge is what is on us if we were to allow a 40 cents US per liter price to come.
A number of upgrades are planned for the Grantley Adams International Airport, one of which is the parking apron. Minister of Tourism and International Transport Ian Gooding-Edgell says 3 additional parking positions will be established, bringing the total to 26. He was speaking ahead of the passing of the Civil Aviation Act 2026.
Work should commence next month on expansion of the parking apron at the Grantley Adams International Airport. We currently have 23 parking positions there. Based on the volume and the number of flights that are coming into Barbados, it is in our best interest at this point in time that we seek to increase the number of the parking spaces at the Grantley Adams International Airport. Therefore, we'll be adding additional 3 gates. We have 23. We'll be moving to 26. As indicated, work will commence next month, and by the end of November, we should complete all of the cutting of the rock and all the concrete works that are necessary so that when those jets land in Barbados, they won't be compromised and they won't have any construction going on within that area.
While the Minister of Labour, Colin Jordan, is in full support of the Civil Aviation Bill, which he says also speaks directly and specifically to ensuring the occupational health and safety for those who work at the airport.
This bill speaks to protecting workers in the sky. And I believe that if that was all that it did, it would be a good bill. But it goes significantly beyond that to ensuring that we continue to have an excellent reputation as a place that can act as a location for all the major carriers. And we've had carriers from almost every continent landing at our airport because there's an understanding that we maintain high standards.
And Minister of Finance Ryan Strawn says government has been monitoring the direction in which aviation fuel has been going. He says there are concerns travellers will have in relation to ticket prices and such like. Minister Strawn says already Prime Minister Motley has emphasised the need for stakeholders to reduce energy costs.
A part of the strategy is to lower some of the energy costs over the course of the next 18 months significantly by being able to bring more renewable energy onto the grid such that we don't have to spend the money that we're spending now effectively on the balance of payments with respect to the purchase of other fuels to be able to generate electricity. And this is important, sir, because it's part of the competitive. And so this is, as I said, part of the ecosystem of interventions that we are putting in place to ensure that Barbados, sir, our long-term, medium and long-term growth strategy is much more resilient and inclusive.
Barbados Manufacturers Association and the sector is stepping into the spotlight this week, with industry leaders highlighting innovation, investment and a renewed push to grow the economy. As part of the week, the stakeholders toured key facilities, including Roberts Manufacturing, where new developments are already generating national interest. Deanza Roberts and photographer Christopher Wood were a part of the tour.
Manufacturers Week is being celebrated as more than just a showcase. It's a signal of renewed focus on local production and economic diversification. The Barbados Manufacturers Association, the BMA, says the sector is evolving with both traditional and non-traditional players driving innovation. Executive Director of the BMA is Shadi Boyce.
This is really a partnership between private sector and government. We're working hand in hand to ensure that we promote development of the economy and diversification of the economy. So we're very happy about what is happening here today. The manufacturing sector, we are very proud of them. From small manufacturers to large, we are very excited about them, and that's why we have the celebration this week. We are working hand in hand with government to ensure that we address any challenges within the sector right now. It is a work in progress. We are working closely with Export Barbados. Also, we want to see more trade activity going on, and that is one of the things that we are actively working towards.
At Roberts Manufacturing, that innovation is already translated into growth and public confidence. Jonathan Hart, Managing Director, Roberts Manufacturing, says the company's recent move to go public marks a major milestone, reflecting growing trust in local industry.
Just about a month ago, we did something unexpected. We announced a public share offer to say we are going public, selling back or offering back to Barbadians the opportunity to own a piece of Roberts. That was met with rounding success. Early indications are that we will complete the listing by the end of next week, so we will officially be public by the end of next week. Interestingly enough, we had over 1,600 retail investors. What a retail investor means is us, everyday Barbadians who wanted to invest. So that to us as a management team means that we now have over 1,600 new shareholders in the business.
The sector's future may lie in innovation and technology, with the youth at it is critical to ensuring manufacturing becomes a stronger pillar of the country's economy.
I think one thing you could study is the sciences and the STEM. There's always a need for engineers, and there's a need for scientists, there's a need for managers, because things are getting much more sophisticated now. So there's less line workers and more machines, and somebody has to be able to fix the machines and know how to set them up. So I think there's a lot of exciting careers, but science is definitely a good way to go.
With increased collaboration, investment and innovation, Manufacturers Week is being positioned as a launchpad for the future of industry in Barbados. Deanza Roberts, CBC News.
To sports now, St. Mary's and Hildeskeene Primary Schools picked up victories yesterday at the King George V Memorial Park when the 2026 edition of the Baiko Primary Schools football competition continued. Anmar Goodrich-Boyce now reports.
St. Mary's in the light blue versus St. Martin Mangrove. About 20 minutes gone, St. Mary's in possession. Ball played forward and Jabario Burnham opts for the spectacular, and that it was a marvellous way to open the scoring. 1-0 it was at half-time. The second half is where one turned into two. St. Mary's again cross into the box and Burnham gets his second. The light blue boys 2 to the good. St. Mary's were playing better and quite frankly deserved to be leading. Burnham through the space and fire the shot. That's the hat trick. 3-0 the score. But the game wasn't over just yet. And in the final minutes, with almost the last kick of the game, Navia McIntosh got her name on the score sheet. The right-footed finish into the back of the net. Final score, St. Mary's 4, St. Martin Mangroves 0. The second match was a contest featuring Hilda Skeen and St. Catherine's in the white and green. Hilda Skeen awarded a set piece after this challenge, and they took full advantage. Shadon Ford might have scored the best free kick of the tournament so far. How about that? No keeper in the competition could have saved it. Hilda Skeen won, St. Catherine's 0. Hilda Skeen got a second goal for a cushion shortly after. Shaquem Belgrave wrapped this one into the onion bag. That's 2 goals to none. Well, this net strike has to be among the best in this. Absolutely unstoppable. A goal deserving of winning any football game. Hilda Skeen cruising at 3-0. And it was 4-0 in a couple of minutes. Shamari Ford from distance off the crossbar and in. Hilda Skeen eventually went on to win 6 goals to 0. And Mark Goodrich Boys, CBC Sports.
That's it for news and sports until now. We'll have more news and sports coming up at noon right here on TV8. Morning Barbados continues right after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good, your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world. Your playlist, your station, 98.1, The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur,
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 16 minutes now after 7 o'clock on this wonderful Wednesday morning, and there's a lot happening this weekend. And there's a reason why, because excellence resides in Barbados, I believe. I know you do too as a Barbadian. But most of all, it's an extended weekend, so we tend to think we have an extra set of time that we can use. What a great time to spend with the BARP Charitable Trust. I encourage you to be a part of it when we tell you what's coming up. So we're joined this morning by the doctors, and Dr. Rosina Wiltshire, who's right next to me, who's a trustee of the BARP Charitable Trust. And the other trustee who was here with me this morning is our good friend, Dr. Sharon Marshall, as well. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning to you, Pearson.
Let's look at why the trust exists. Because we know BARP, we know the membership card, we know the discounts, we know the insurance, we know all the benefits. But why does the trust exist?
Well, I'll defer to the deputy chair of the trust.
Thank you.
The trust is a charitable arm of BARP. We support seniors who are in need, giving support in medical assistance, housing assistance. It's small grants, but it comes when it is needed. We also support research in partnership with UWI on issues that relate to aging. So we support student research, and that contributes to the knowledge of what is important for us and the society to know. And we also support lifelong learning. So we provide seminars on issues related to the elderly. It is, I think, we provide an important service to Barbados.
Yes.
Indeed so.
Yes, and BARP established the trust to look after the welfare of its members. So as Rosina said, we provide grants for assistance with medical expenses, for household repairs, and we also sponsor this annual scholarship in postgraduate research at UE.
So the organization gives back and continues to give back. But when you give and you don't have any resources from which to pull, the giving will dry up. So it needs replenishment.
Indeed.
And that's why this event on the weekend is a part of the effort towards replenishment so we can continue to give. What is the event?
It's a fundraising concert which will bring together an excellent array of Barbadian entertainers in various musical genres. We have people like Mikey, Paula Hines, the well-known gospel singer. We have Mike Grosvenor, for the old-timers who know who Mike is.
Of course.
We have Shadia Marshall. We have Sonny Maraki. We also have the amazing saxophonist Romaro Graves. We have Chian. We have the Aline School Steel Orchestra. They will be performing, as well as Ken Farrell's Line Dancers, now known as Danzamos Dance Group, and a special appearance by the Mighty Gabby.
Oh boy, this is going to be big, folks. This is stellar. These are some of the very best of Barbados. I know you hear the Aline School in Steel Pan, you're thinking about, I don't know them. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. As a matter of fact, in a very short space of time, they've become quite well known, and some great work is coming from the school. And so we wanted to encourage you to be a part of this big activity. It's an explosion of entertainment, but it's for a very worthy cause. And so where is it happening?
It's happening at the Barbados Wall Theatre. The museum Wall Theatre.
Nice area.
Lovely, and it is a win-win. You get the best of Barbados talent, and you get to contribute to the well-being of the elderly.
Indeed.
And I must say that last year, it was so good. People found themselves on the floor dancing along with the music. It is really worth the while. Sunday, 4 to 7.
Yes,
and, this Sunday.
This Sunday,
this
4
Sunday,
to 7.
The 24th. And we've started it a bit early. It's a Sunday afternoon to accommodate people who don't like to be out too late at night.
Yes.
You know, people have issues with driving with the bright lights.
With the bright lights.
Yes, so you have your Sunday lunch, relax for a little bit, and then come and join us at the Walled Garden Theatre for an explosion of talent, as you've said. Yes. Wonderful entertainment. You have a good time and support a good cause.
Indeed, a fantastic cause. And so when you're thinking about this, don't think too hard. You need to get your tickets as soon as possible.
$80.
$80?
Available at the BARP headquarters.
Yes. And if you can't make it to the BARP office, there's a WhatsApp number where you can order, and that number is 234-8435. 234-8435. if you want to order your tickets.
And we'll have a limited number available at the door if necessary.
Right, so nobody's blocking you from coming, everybody. You need to come. You need to come because you're seeing and hearing and enjoying, but you're enjoying among people of like moods and passions and meanings and everything else. So I think this is also one for the younger people.
Indeed.
Yes.
To also come to be a part of it as well. This, don't think because it's called the word BARP, Charitable Trust, is for the old.
Yes.
No, this is for all Barbadians of all walks.
Indeed.
It's
and
good.
you know the BARP membership, and now you can start at 40.
Yeah, my age. Stop it. You start younger, and you have benefits for even longer as well. But because you're starting younger, there's benefit. And because we're aging differently, we want to be able to give back. Because there are people who have need.
Yeah.
And that need is great, whether it's medical or otherwise, whether it's for education. And that's the range of areas that you generally make contributions towards.
Right.
And so...
Yes, I'm saying the young people, if they weren't able to treat mom for Mother's Day, this is an opportunity to come out and enjoy with them, and
in a very safe space.
Exactly.
Very safe space.
And good music is good for everybody, all ages.
It's good for the soul.
Good for the soul.
It's really good for the soul. So this is really going to be a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. If you look at your screen, everybody, if you look now, look. It gives you all the details. So save your date. This Sunday, the 24th, from 4 to 7, we are all headed to the Barbados Museum's Walled Garden Theatre. Enter and you go to the back. Let's make it easy that way. You head to the back. Your support of our seniors goes a very, very long way. It is an evening of entertainment. Tickets are on sale as we speak at the moment. The office at BARP will open at 8 o'clock or thereabouts.
Yeah.
But you can also call and book large numbers. If you want to come as a family, you want to reserve your little space for the 10 of you, then you can call 234
8435.
I was close. 234-8435. The number to call is, I want to book a block of tickets, and perhaps I want to book a block of seats. But you come, have your space booked in large numbers. I also want to encourage organizations. This is a wonderful way for you to also treat your members of staff who've been working well. And so you want to give them an evening out. Then you buy some tickets from BARP and you support this event as well. Of course, it's a charitable trust, and so we want to be able to fill the tank so that we can pull and draw from that tank to help others as well who are also in need. The cast is at the bottom of your screen. Look at the bottom of your screen again to see who's going to be there. Paula Hines, Chian, Shadia Marshall, Sonny Miraki, Romario Graves, Mike Grosvenor, and the mighty Gabby, who is promising you'll be up on your feet dancing yet again, right? Dancing. Imagine Hit It. Imagine Himself of Panama. Imagine all of those songs that you absolutely love, and then the ballads that we know Gabby's so good at being able to do. It is going to be quite a mood-filled evening from 4 to 7. We get you up before it gets too dark, promise you. But the sun is setting later, so it's brighter later. So you get home in good time, don't you worry. This Sunday, a great way to spend your Sunday, in the presence of others who feel passionate about charity and the work of BARP indeed. You wanted to say something else, Dr. Rocha?
No, I just said good music. It's a win-win. Yeah, you're contributing to the charity, but you're also getting the best.
Yes. And you mentioned the corporate community, and we are really grateful to those entities which have already contributed to our event, and we just know that it will be a success.
We get a question coming in now from one of our viewers, I'm being told in my ear, that asks whether one can join BARP at age. They've been delayed. They're now age 67 and they want to BARP.
Oh, sure. Yes. Welcome.
In other words, yes, you can. Yes. You can start as young as 40 and you can go up to whatever age. You can join at any time at your convenience in that space of time.
And we also want to invite the corporate sector to contribute to this charitable trust.
Indeed. So corporate, contribute.
Yes.
And you know, donations to charities are tax deductible, so there's an additional benefit.
That's a good point.
Yes.
That's a very good point indeed. And so that was from a viewer overseas who wants also to know whether if they are living overseas. This is a lady who's living in the United States right now in New York. She wants to know, can she join BARP though she's residing overseas?
Well, she wouldn't be able to get the benefits for discounts at stores which are
But when
located
she
here in
visits,
Barbados. When she comes to Barbados, then yes, she'll
yes,
be able
for sure.
So the short answer is yes.
You like the short answers. The answer is yes. Pat, yes, you can actually join BARP, and you can do this online. Can we join online? Yes, there's a form you can fill in online.
Yes.
So you can go online, look for BARP, just do your Google search, and you'll find BARP. It brings it up. You register, and you sign up. You pay your registration fee, and Pat, whenever you come home, and we know you come home often, you can use your BARP card for all the greatest benefits in the world, girl. Nowhere else in the world offers one card that gives you so many benefits as a senior citizen of Barbados. And we are all equally proud to pull our card out and say, yes, I'm a member of BARP. Take my, help my discount, please. But certainly I want you to, that same passion you have for having your card and using your card, have the same passion for buying your ticket for Sunday's event. Show up for Sunday's event. I promise you it's going to be a delightful evening. Delightful from 4 until 7. It's going to be in the walled garden theatre of the Barbados Museum. And while you're there, you have the opportunity to dance, to move, to shake, to enjoy music the way you love it. The Ken Farrell line dancers will teach you, if you've forgotten, how to do line dancing. They might even invite you to join them for just a little while. So it might be a chance for you to relearn some of the steps. The Allen School Steel Orchestra are excited. The children are excited to come play for you and play for us, who are going to be members of the audience as well. But your $80 ticket you can secure right now from the offices of BARP, or call 234-8435. Getting it. Before I'm done, I'm going to get it all.
And our MC is Antoine Williams.
Antoine, Brother Daddy.
Brother Daddy.
So you know you're going to be cracking up. You're going to be cracking up. So it's going to be a really, really wonderful, wonderful afternoon on Sunday. As Dr. Marshall said, have your lunch, refresh yourself, get on the bus, get into the car, and come to the Walled Garden Theatre at the Barbados Museum. This is a brilliant, brilliant initiative. We need your support, Barbados. We truly, truly do. So I encourage all of you, to start moving to the box office, which is BARP's location in Christchurch. Hastings Christchurch. You know Western Union. A lot of you go there, so it's behind the Western Union location. Opposite the new Indigo Hotel, just walk across that street and you're there. You get into the BARP's office and you find it. On your way to Palm Marine, in other words, you will see BARP. So now you know exactly where it is. You know exactly where to go and get your ticket. I want to encourage you to buy in blocks as well. So call and order your block of tickets. Block of tickets. Companies, call, order your blocks of tickets as well, and also you can pour into the charitable trust. And it's very, very simple. Just reach out to BARP, and BARP will accept you as to how to guide you to making your donations to the charitable trust, which are tax deductible.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
The doctors, I'm so pleased to have you, Dr. It's so good to see you again. There's no change in you at all, which is fantastic. And of course, our good friend, Dr. Marshall. Thank you again for coming by.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All the best with Sunday's activity.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Morning Barbados is right back right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damien Best as they review the action, the goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to the final whistle, this is your front row seat to Monday Night Football. Touchline, bringing you closer to the BFA Premier League. See you on the Touchline, live on TV8.
Touchline, sponsored by Dasani. Live first, Dasani after. And Powerade. Pause is power.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world. Your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're now 24 minutes to go to the hour of 8 o'clock. Our medical services indeed, because they definitely keep us alive, keep us thriving, they guide us, they teach us, they show us. And so whenever we get an opportunity to say thank you and to celebrate them, we should do so. And so we're happy to have back with us from the Barbados Nurses Association, their president, Dr. Faye Paris. And we did ask her at the time, you know, as the winners of the recent award ceremony are announced, let us know, we want to celebrate them as well. And so she's brought along the recipient of the Ina Walters Award in Faye Richards. And so ladies, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pearson. Good morning to your viewers.
Thank you so much. Dr. Paris, I'll start with you. One, you were just obedient. I like that. And so talk to me about how the week went and what happened at the big celebration you had at the Wyndham Grand.
Okay, so we had a fantastic week. We had a packed week. Almost every day we had activities. On the Tuesday we went out island-wide to meet our members and to give them little tokens. And that was very heartening. On Wednesday we had our seminar, and that was oversubscribed, and we had a real educational time. And on Friday we had our football match. And when we were here last time, we would have mentioned that Ghana would have won the first one in 2025.
However,
but I'm heartened to let you know that the Barbadian team won this year. So next year, the toss is up to see who would have the secret.
Now we have 1-1 each.
1-1 each. So we were very excited about that. It was well subscribed, and persons came out and enjoyed themselves, and we had a wonderful time.
Great.
And on Saturday, that took the cake, where we were able to give awards to 13 of our nurses, where we looked across the system from our students and all different specialties in nursing, and were able to award the successful nurses. And we know that there are more out there, and we're looking forward to being able to continue to identify them and to reward them. It is something that at BNA we hold it really important to make sure that our members are noted or recognized for the work that they do. We also want the public to know, because I know I keep saying this all the time, a lot of times you hear the negative things and people run with the negative things, but there are a whole lot of positive things happening within nursing, and we want that to be showcased as well.
Indeed so. So Saturday night, when it was all done, we had the recipient of the Ina Walters Award. What does that award represent?
So this award represents leadership and administration. We had 2 persons for the award. It was Miss Michelle Marshall and Sister Faye Richards. And well, we know that Sister Faye Richards would have won it. I don't know if you want to say anything about Ina Walters.
And so, Sister Richards, congratulations first of all. What did it mean to you? Because you didn't know that did you know on the night before the announcement that you were going to be the recipient?
No, I did not.
No, so you sat there at your dinner table and waited, heart pounding. Were you aware that you were a nominee at all?
Yes. I was aware that I wasn't a nominee, but I was unaware who was
going to win. So you're there, your heart pounding because you hear your name called as a nominee, your heart beating like crazy, and you're trying to remain calm, take breaths, drink water, everything else. And then the ball dropped. It was you. How did you feel?
It was a sobering moment for me, and I felt very grateful. Dr. Ina Walters, that's a big shoe to fit into. But I felt really good. It's one of the penultimate, how should I say, events of my career thus far.
So who was Ina Walters?
Ina Walters, she was a pioneer. She was revolutionary. A pioneer. She was the first Black Barbadian trained nurse to become matron. She became matron of the then General Hospital in 1957. Then in 1964, when the QH was opened, she went over continued as matron until when she retired in 1983.
And she died in early 2000s. And so this is you. You felt as if you described yourself, right? Somebody who has been in medical services for so long, who's
30
been a
plus
part
years.
of the system, who understands the system and who's been effectively adding to the system. And dare I say, she was one of the people who treated me at the QEH as well. And I want to thank you personally for the great work. I know I wasn't always the easiest patient, but I was.
You had its moments.
I had my moments. And I did that in ignorance because I didn't know what was going on. But at the same time, once you knew, you relax and you enjoy your treatment, your service. And so this is great work that you do. What do you see this award doing for you? You said it's your penultimate. Why do you say that?
I literally came through the system. Registered nurse, critical care nurse. I have specialist training in neurosciences with neurosurgery ICU being my specialty. And
I remember you now.
I'm midwifery as well. So this for me, this is something I have to pass on to my younger nurses. I believe that nurses like a baton race. We gather things together and I put it in a baton and I pass them on to my nurses. And I'm at that stage of my career where I am about to pass on to my nurses. My nurses, right now I'm the senior nursing officer, and one of them with responsibility for the accident emergency. You know, it appears chaotic, even though it's structured chaos to us, but the mentoring, the empowering, being there for my nurses. I mean, working in accident emergency is not easy. It's very demanding physically, mentally. But I'm there as my nurses trying to lean on. They can lean on me. I'm there if they're not sure, to show them, to guide them, put their hand there and guide them. That is what Ina Walters was. She passed on, being that pioneer, being that revolutionized person. She passed on things like nursing education, standards in clinical practice. Even she had assisted with primary health in Barbados as well. And did you know, she was also one of the pioneers of the advanced practice nursing at Mona. So she was there for nursing education to ensure nurses were the best education get the best education that they possibly can. That was Ina Walters.
But time changes, and as time changes, those behaviors change as well. What concerns you now about nursing and the quality of nurses that we have coming into the system?
For myself, nursing is not a job. I had a perfectly good job before I became a nurse. Nursing is my calling. Now, I see some of the younger persons, I don't always see that, what's the correct word that I put? I don't always see that determination and that calling in there. They come there, they do their job, they do it very well. Some of them do excellent jobs. But that deep down, where is that calling, I don't always see it. And that's a concern to me.
Yeah, I get you. And so you're hearing this, Dr. Paris, because we hear this, we have a cadre of other nurses coming through. I know sometimes behavior can't be always taught. It has to be modeled, and in some instances, and we have some wonderful examples in Miss Richards. But here it is that what concerns you then about the crop of young ones who are coming through, who are presenting themselves as available in the nursing profession, but who somehow aren't able to meet up the standards that Miss Richards is talking about? What concerns you there?
Okay, so I understand Miss Richards' conversation about the calling, etc. But when I look at the crop of persons we have, I look at it as societal. So we are taking nurses from the society, and the characteristics of the society impacts that. So we have to now adjust how we mold those persons based on the characteristics that are coming in. Because what worked for past may not work for this crop of persons. So we have to look to see how we help them to understand what is nursing and what they have to do. And sometimes we have to adjust what we are doing in nursing so that the nurses coming in can connect with it. Because if we don't have that connection, that calling is not going to come up. Because not everybody recognizes their calling at the beginning.
Yes.
But when they get ingrained in it, then they recognize, well, this is really what I'm doing. And we have to help them to get to that stage in order for them to shine. And that's how I see it. But maybe I see it from that point of view because I'm an educator.
Yes.
And I really want to see those persons who have successfully passed through the program be able to connect and be able to give of their all, because they all have potential. And sometimes how we try to bring out that potential may not be successful, may not remain. I know my mom had a number of children. I don't want to say how many children right now.
My mother had 10.
Mine had 9. I wasn't embarrassed, but I didn't want to call it out. But she had 9 children, and one of the things that she always kept saying is that every child is different. One prescription behavior cannot suit all of them. So even in nursing, we have to remember that even every crop of students, I say crop, no, you understand what I mean? Every group of students that come in, you have to keep adjusting to make sure that there are certain standards that you can't compromise on.
That's right.
That may lead to not being able to perform effectively or cause patient harm, because you know that if we don't do certain things, it may lead to not
negative
so good
outcomes
for the patient, so we can't compromise on those. But the other things of how we get them ingrained in nursing, we have to look at that. Sometimes I look at BDF and wondering if we could use some of their strategies, but that may not work for nursing.
Too regimental. I get you. And so the journey has to continue. And I know, Ms. Richards, that's been a part of your journey as well. We celebrate you today. We truly celebrate you. You are a star. You're now the recipient of the Ina Walters Achievement Award. And so you have achieved much. You've given a lot. And so you continue to give, and we thank you for your service over time as a nursing professional. And we acknowledge you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pearson.
You're very welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Assistant Faye Richards is her name. If you see her on the street, just remember, this woman holds one of the highest acknowledgements from the Barbados Nurses Association in being named the recipient of the Ina Walters Award 2026. She has been in the system for a while now. She continues to give back in many, many significant ways in administration and training. And so please compliment her when you see her. Wish her well. We do surely from Morning Barbados. And to you, Dr. Faye Paris, as well. We're looking forward to seeing more of the recipients of awards. And we continue to encourage you and the association to continue doing well in activism and in recognition as well. Thank you for joining us as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. We're coming back in a moment on Morning Barbados.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Morning
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're still in Child Month. We're still in Child Month because it's still the month of May. And we want to connect that now to what happens with the Childhood Obesity Prevention Program and what's the role of Barbados and what's the value of exercise. And so I'm joined right now by the Director of Barbados, my very good lifelong friend, Cicely Clark-Richmond, who is the Director of Barbados. Morning, Cicely.
Good morning, Pearson.
Good as always to see you. And you brought along with you a member of the Physical Therapy Association of Barbados in Marita Marshall. Miss Marshall, morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good. And I know you're asking folks at home, what I got to do with Barbados? What does that have to do with Barbados? The Childhood Obesity Prevention Program?
Well, actually, we are a member of the Heart and Stroke Foundation. We joined about probably 2 years now because we identify with the challenge of trying to get parents and children to eat healthy, to be more conscious of what in fact we are eating and what we're doing. And so it aligned with what we are doing because we're about parenting. We're about teaching parents how to become better parents. So it was a no-brainer for us in terms of, working with the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Marita will tell you about her association.
Right. But here it is, because Barbados does more than just saying, hey, to be a best parent, you need to give them 3 square meals a day.
Of course,
no, that's not. You teach values.
Of course.
And asking parents to live by example as well. And so the reason why we want to associate with Barbados, in this instance for me, is because the value base starts at home.
Definitely.
And so the parent must model the behavior that they want to see.
Definitely.
In terms of choices of what they eat and the kind of exercise regimes they get involved in, so they can begin to stem it early.
It starts with the parents.
But the parents said that, I'm too busy, and my great-grandmother was big boned, so therefore this little child I'm dealing with who's getting plump.
Exactly.
It's just reflecting on them.
Exactly. But if you look around and see what is happening, back then, your mother and my mother, we walked, they walked. Yes. They did much more than we are doing today. Now we have the cars, now we can just sit in front of the television and do whatever we want to. But when we recognize what is happening, we recognize that 4 out of 10 children are obese. When we look at the NCDs and all that is happening with that, the impact is having on our healthcare system, we have to do something. We cannot continue, as the president said a couple of days ago, we're in a war. basically, and we need to fight. We need to arm ourselves with what the information that we need to be able to fight the war, and that is what Barbados is doing, trying to help parents, understand that yes, change is hard. There's no question about that. But we have to make changes, all of us. I do, everybody does, because if you're like me, you have a sweet tooth, you want sweet things, whatever, but you recognize that you can't eat this every day. You can't eat it, whenever you want to. You have to be intentional about change. And when you do that, then it will happen.
We know a lot of you parents, you love your little ones. We know it. Even though sometimes you don't quite show it in that way, that at the base of everything, you love the one to whom you gave birth, mommy and daddy. And we know you wish you could do a lot more. And if you're reaching out for somewhere that can help you to understand the struggle you're having and just understand the feelings you're experiencing as well, Barbados. 427-0212. I listen to Pause for Parenting. 427-0212. Reach out to Barbados. They can help you. They're very values-based in their helping of you.
Yes.
So don't struggle alone. Let Barbados help you with some of their parenting programs as well. As it relates to childhood obesity as well, they can point you in the right directions.
Yes.
That direction is you, Marita, as well, because you're part of the Physical Therapy Association of Barbados.
Yes.
What is that organization?
So the Barbados Physical Therapy Association is an association in Barbados that has all the physiotherapists members, and we engage in different projects, different community engagement, and we really are here to let people know about our profession, all the things that we do. We can treat a wide range of conditions, from orthopedic conditions, neurological conditions, cardiopulmonary conditions, and we really help people understand their diagnosis, get them through rehab processes, and then help them live healthier lives, really.
So the child has been, by the doctor, said to be obese. And so the child now needs to get into a regime where you manage that, because the onset of non-communicable diseases is so real and it's long term. Let's talk about from your approach, what do you do when you meet that statistic coming to you where the child is obese? What can you do?
Right. So we sit down, include the parents if possible, and have a communication with them and educate them on, what are their eating habits like? Are they exercising? What are they, engaging in day to day? And then, it's really a lot of education that we try to do. Exercise forms the basis of what we do as physios, because we don't prescribe medication. We prescribe exercise, really, right? And it's a lot of education that we do. So I would say educating them and then getting the children active. Making exercise fun for kids is very important, and we actually have a project that we're doing with the Childhood Obesity Prevention Coalition, which we're a member of, called Project Active, and we would have launched that this month. It's going into primary schools in Barbados and engaging the children in physical activity and exercise, and letting them see that exercise can be fun. It's something that we want you to want to do, because back in the day, children used to want to run around, but now everybody's,
Want a tablet.
Yes, want the tablet, want the phone, want to stay inside. And even physical education at schools, children now shy away. Nobody's walking with their clothes to play in those games and so forth. So we want children to understand that this is something that's important. It can be fun. There's a wide variety of sports that they can try. And it's something that you have to do for life, right? It's good, and yeah.
Movement, just general movement.
Yes.
As the old people say, if you don't move, you will seize up.
True.
So you need to get that into the psyche of the child, but you also need to model.
Yes.
Model the behavior you wish to see.
Definitely.
Let's talk about that from the parental point of view, why it's so important that parents really pay attention to the examples they set.
And it's not just only in terms of eating, but in everything when it comes to parenting. Because the children are listening, they're looking, and if you're saying, do this, but you're not modeling it, you're going to be in trouble, and the children are going to be rebelling, against what you're saying. So we definitely help parents to understand that they play a very important role. The children are in your home. You have to set the example. It starts there. When we see the behavior outside of home, when you look back, you will see what's happening in the home. You have to examine it. And parents, we all need to look and see, wait, what am I doing here? This is my child. What kind of child do I want? What kind of adult do I want to put out there into the world? And I need to make some changes in my behavior, and sit down with your family, sit down with your child and say, look, we need to make some changes. Mommy is not happy with what is going on. Daddy needs to, we need to come together and work together to make the family a place where children feel safe, children can model based on your behavior, and you're working together to help have a healthy and more productive family.
I know sometimes we think of the home as just being at the edge of the door and within the other side of the house. And so nothing outside of there is my home. I think you also have to pay attention to even the close environment in which you live.
Of course.
There's some very poor examples as well. And so to help your child to discern what's right and what's not right, what's valuable and not of value, and to model the values we've inculcated in our home that are positive, and then to go out into that world and shine your light to change the things that you see around you as well, and not be influenced by it.
I think, and I'm going to interrupt you, because a lot of times I think, and I know, we as parents, we never sat down and say, okay, what kind of family I want to have. You know what I mean? You get married, you have a child, and life goes on. But what we have to do now is to be more intentional with your partner, or if you don't have a partner at that particular time, make the decision, or at least examine, what do I want for this child? What do I want for our family? What do we want to represent as a family? And make the decision that we are going to do this we're going to be intentional about this, day by day, step by step. And you talk to the child. We obviously, depending on the age of the child, that conversation would have to be targeted at the age. But as the child grows and you understand, this is how we as the Clark family are going to be operating. This is how, when we leave here, you're representing this family. You know what I mean? I mean, back then in my day, if I walked on the road, everybody knew Gwendolyn Clark's granddaughter.
Correct.
So I had to be careful in terms of how I carried myself. But we don't do that today. You know what I mean? We do whatever we want to do.
Yes,
but we have to get back to the point where we said, this is how the Clark family is going to operate. When you leave here, you're representing us. You know what I mean? So you need to be on your P's and Q's. Be respectful.
I had the same way. My grandmother said, "Don't ever. You are a Springer."
Exactly.
And the Springer represents A, B, or C.
Yes.
And so, for you modeled that behavior as you went along. You knew that. But part of the modeling also, Marita, is if you're going to do the 5-minute break. Yeah, you can have your view of the tablet, but every whatever period of time you get up for 5 minutes, we're going outside, we're getting some fresh air, we're exercising, we're doing things, doing things.
Be active, yeah.
So it's required of the parent also to be apart and not apart from.
Yes.
And so talk to me a little bit about that, and what can parents at home begin to do today to set some positive examples as relates to physical activity?
Yeah, I think it starts from them, like we're all saying here, we have to model good examples for our kids. So, everybody might not be able to go 60 minutes and spend in the gym every day or whatever the case may be. But if you show kids, let's use the stairs today instead of going in the elevator. Let's do some skipping, at home. Let's do some...
And make it fun.
Yeah, make
Challenge
it fun.
each other.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do some sit-ups, some crunches. Let's put on a yoga routine on the TV, and let's watch that and do that instead in the morning.
Yeah.
So there's so many...
Listen,
so many
big old me, my godson has been out into basketball, road tennis, football.
Very good, very good.
And honestly, boy, tomorrow my knees are going to burn me. But I'm with you.
Do it, yes.
Get active,
yes.
get active.
Yes.
Let's do this. And so together we
Definitely.
can all do this as a community. We can see the change and be the change that we want to see as well. And so, Sister, as always, thank you so much. We need to talk more as Barbados. We need to talk more.
Yes, we do, definitely.
Good. I leave that with you for now. And good to meet you, Marita, as well. Continue doing well what you do.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Folks, that's it for today. My little crew joins me saying to all of you, have a terrific today. Be the will of the Lord. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning, Barbados, good morning.